Don't forget, you can reach the latest episode of Potomac Watch anytime. Just ask your smart speaker, play the Opinion Potomac Watch podcast.
From the opinion pages of the Wall Street Journal, this is Potomac Watch.
Welcome back. Alicia, how much of a setback do you think it is for this review that the Trump administration, after 2 days, has now rescinded this pause? I mean, it may mean that some money is going to go out of these agencies with the old Biden terms, because the review will take a little while to get to those specific programs. On the other hand, it sounds like the Trump administration and the people that the president is appointing and bringing into those agencies are pretty eager to get those reviews done quickly.
Right. And I think this is another reason why you want to get the appointees into the agencies so they can do this and they can give it a look over, and not just, the heads of the agencies, but also the deputies who have a lot of power and probably in many cases have more experience working in these agencies and know where to look and find, like, for instance, in the NIH, where some of this money is going, where it shouldn't be going, and how to pull it back when it needs to be pulled back. For instance, in cases that it's going forward to fund, there's a program, the NIH, called the FIRST program, that helps fund projects or biomedical teams that are focused on diversity and inclusion, and even requires diversity statements. So getting people who are really knowledgeable and familiar with these agencies back into the agencies is really important. But I don't think, to your point, that it's going to have the court order or the memo rescission is going to have all that much an effect. I think they're going to still be looking at all of this grant money going out under the IRA. They're going to try to probably pull some of these quote unquote conditional loans back that have gone to companies like Rivian that, really imperil some taxpayer money because there just are bad bets. And so I think they're going to do that anyways. And I would also look to Congress, again, as I pointed out, I think they're going to try to cut some of the wasteful spending that was passed under Democrats. Some of the money that was actually passed under the American Rescue Plan in March 2021 still hasn't been spent. So I think they're going to actually try to claw back some of that spending and use that to pay for potentially one or two of the reconciliation bills, being the extension of the 2017 tax cuts, as well as perhaps a border security bill.
Bill, we give you the last word, but maybe not the last such controversy like this that we will see in President Trump's early days. I mean, an effort, obviously, to move quickly, the OMB memo that comes out, then a backlash, a rescinding of the memo, while an insistence by the Trump administration that they are going to still push through the priorities that are underlining the memo. And keep in mind, that is the MO that the Trump administration, I think, is taking across a whole host of fronts. There's a new suggestion by the Trump administration that they want to do buyouts for federal government workers. There's the Department of Government Efficiency, the DOGE effort that is starting to operate in Washington. We had one lawsuit here that has been ended rather quickly by the reversal of the Trump pause on this spending. But I think there are many more similar lawsuits probably to come in the early days of Trump 2.0.
Yeah, it's very hard for a Republican to do this. Look, when I was in the White House, we all knew that most of the departments, the career people, were run by people hostile to Republican ideas. That's just a fact. The State Department is rife with them, and they're all throughout the other departments. So I think this is going to attend Trump in whatever he does. There's going to be lawsuits and a campaign in media to present it as unprecedented and sloppy and so forth. It's very hard. And it'll be interesting to see who wins out, who succeeds in the end, because so many presidents have come to office promising to trim the fat and eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. Very few have made any dent in that. At most, they seem to slow down the rate of increase. But Trump is trying big things, and he's getting big objections, and we'll have to see which prevails.
Thank you, Bill and Alicia. Thank you all for listening. You can email us at pwpodcast@wsj.com. If you like the show, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Potomac Watch.